How are we all doing, boys and girls? Welcome back to another live stream on the channel. No intro today because kind of forgot to do it. But yeah, today we're here for the match preview. Of course, it is Tottenham versus Leicester City tomorrow. We're finally back. It's been a while, but yeah, Premier League action is back. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but yeah, Leicester City are back tomorrow. Tottenham away. Obviously, we're here for the match preview. I haven't had enough time to sit down, record the normal video. So tonight we are here doing it on the live stream. So I'm going to wait for some of you guys to pop in tonight just before we do get started. If you are just joining us right now, make sure to drop a like on the stream, all of that good stuff, and then obviously we'll get started in a moment. So there we go. Tottenham way. I will be at the game as well. So I don't know why I'm going, to be fair, to watch us getting battered, but that's what we do. So yeah, we'll wait for some more of you guys to come in tonight, and we'll get through some comments in a few minutes as well. Obviously, there's some Premier League games on tonight as well. But yeah, the main thing is obviously Tottenham away tomorrow. I'm not expecting much, but it's good to see that the Premier League is back at least. So yeah, let's get into the comments then. Leicester fan is in it as always. Thank you for joining me tonight, mate. Hope you're doing all right. We'll discuss Vardy, Daka, Iheanacho a bit later on, but personally, I would like to see Daka and Iheanacho lead the line tomorrow, but that's just my opinion. All right, great. Hope you're doing all right. Welcome to the stream. Long time no see for some of you guys in here tonight. But yeah, initially then, Tottenham away tomorrow. I think pretty obvious that it's going to be a difficult task. Obviously, Tottenham are unbeaten so far this season. They currently sit third with 14 points, I do believe. Obviously, we sit on one, which is a bit of a difference, but that's the situation we're in. Obviously, last time out for Tottenham, they did actually suffer a 2-0 loss to Sporting Lisbon. So obviously they'll be wanting to respond back with a win. So which they'll probably do because it's Leicester and anyone can beat us. He'll play Perez and Amati. Watch. He'll play Ward as well. We'll watch that one as well. But yeah, I think tomorrow's game is obviously. I'm not expecting us to win. I'm not really expecting us to draw. To be honest, obviously this could be Brendan's final game. If we lose, could this be it? If we lose 3-4-0, could this be the last game for Brendan? So I don't want us to lose 3-4-0, but if it means Brendan gets sacked, that's what it is, because I just can't, like I said, I can't see things getting any better. It's gonna be tough. Tottenham's always a difficult team to play. We used to do all right against them, but recent years we haven't really done well. We won't talk about last year's game. Obviously, the home game, the away one was poor as well. I think the away game is going to be a literal. I think the same thing could happen here, really. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But Jaden is in the chat. I'm so scared. Rodgers will stay Vardy and we'll get no goals. The Vardy situation is interesting. You know what? Let's discuss it right now. I think obviously so far this season, Vardy's played and he hasn't done much, hasn't scored, has he? It's as simple as that. And obviously, so far this year it's been poor. He hasn't got too much service, but in some games he has got quite a lot of service, and obviously he hasn't taken those chances. As we know, Vardy's 34, 35 now, I think. So the end is near, but yeah, I think it's time now to see Daka and Iheanacho getting introduced into the side a bit more, getting a bit more game time. These stupid flags are cool. You know what? So someone remind me at the end of the stream, get some more blue tacks. They don't pick and stick. But yeah, I think tomorrow, just like I said, I think Daka, Iheanacho will be my combination, but no Rodgers. Yeah, just like Jaden says, I think it probably will be Vardy up top tomorrow. Agreed. They're good during the art. I think they worked quite well against Brighton. I think obviously Brighton was poor, but if you look at the goals we scored, Daka did very well. I think obviously got an assist for the first goal, and I think the second finish he did was very composed. So hopefully he gets some confidence from that. Vardy off the bench now. That it could be. It's a dangerous bench option, isn't it? So yeah, I know it's a nightmare, isn't it? It is a nightmare. Yeah, the team's going to be interesting. You know what? Let's go and discuss the team. We won't be on it too long tonight. Obviously, tonight isn't actually the Foxes 30. It's the actual preview. I've been back at college, so I haven't really had much time to sit down, film, edit, etc. So we're doing it live, as we always do. But yeah, team for tomorrow then. I think everyone knows who we want in goal. But I think the formation is going to be interesting. Obviously, we've seen us use several formations this year. We've played the back fives at times. We've played the back four. Obviously, the 4-3-3, which we usually go with. At times, we play with a midfield five, which has been quite narrow. We like to Dennis Pratt, Samara, Tillemans, Juice Brawl, all in there as well. Sometimes we play with no wingers. It's hard to really decide what formation Leicester are going to go tomorrow because it just keeps on changing. Obviously, Tottenham in their last game, I have got some notes down on Tottenham's team. They did go with a 3-4-2-1 kind of formation. Obviously, we got Lloris in goal, Romero, Dyer, Longley as a back three. Got the wing backs of Emerson Royale, Young, Højbjerg, Bentancur, who's got that front three, Son, Richarlison, and Kane. So it's going to be difficult to stop that attack. Obviously, Son hasn't been great so far this season, but you just know he's going to play against us and he's going to score. So I put him in my FPL team. But nightmare, ain't it, mate? Absolute nightmare. Time for Daka to shine. Fingers crossed. For some reason, I've decided to get a ticket for the game tomorrow, so I will be at the game. I don't know why. So there'll be a match day vlog, maybe after a 5-0 batter. You never know. But if yeah, I know there's some games on tonight, and still 1-0 Forest, 0-0 Villa, Southampton right now. So interesting. We need passion, urgency, commitment, and the Foxes never quit back. That's what we need. I think if you look at Tottenham, Conte sets Spurs up very aggressively, and they're going to be on the front foot. And especially if Leicester make a poor start, first 5 minutes, 5:30 kick-off, the fans are going to be up for it. It's going to be difficult. So that first 5-10 minutes, I think, are going to be key in the game. And Leicester needs to maybe obviously score will be good, but we just need to try and settle into the game, not concede any massive chances. Don't give Tottenham any confidence, and just try and stay as solid as possible for those first 10 minutes and try and build into the game. I think that's the best way of trying to get some sort of result, because you never know. Leicester could turn up and get a result. I don't think it would happen, but sometimes Tottenham don't turn up and the teams go there and win. So there's always a chance that it could happen if Tottenham are playing poorly, just like they did in the Champions League. It could be a chance. Obviously, Leicester have had about 2 weeks rest for this game. Tottenham have had about 3 days, which obviously it won't take too much difference, because obviously Leicester aren't going to go there and win. But you never know. You never know, boys. You never know. I don't know. I'm being positive tonight. That phase should start, but I don't think Brendan to play anyone at the minute. So yeah, I have put him in my team. So hopefully, yeah, I'll have Daka and Vardy before the fans have a go at me. I'm on the yeah. I think that's fair. I think quite a lot of people do agree. I think Vardy probably knows it himself that he's not as good anymore. Obviously, it's only 6 games in, but the signs are there, and sometimes you just got to pick players on form. So. Yeah, there definitely is. I think Daka, we've seen it last year. Although his physicality isn't the greatest, we saw it especially in the Europa League last year. The guy can score goals, so he's a good finisher. If the ball comes down to him, he's there. And if you partner him with Iheanacho, Iheanacho can do the dirty work, pass the ball, come into play, try and link things up, and then Daka's that man to finish it off. So I think that's how we need to go. Yeah, Kane. He's going to score at least 2, any minimum 2. Put bet on Kane scoring +2. We won't win, but if we do, I'll be sincerely surprised. You never know, mate. You never know. You never know what could happen. I think I've lagged out. There we go. Still 1-0 Forest, 0-0 Villa. We'll keep going through those games. We have team news tomorrow. Then I'll put my predicted lineup on here. So let me know your teams tomorrow if you've got any particular teams. If you want to be an absolute goat and go through it. In goal, we've got Daniel Iverson, which is that's obvious. Right back, Castagna. If Castagna doesn't play tomorrow, I'm going to be fuming, because James Justin doesn't roll on a start at all, because recently he's been absolutely diabolical, as well as the whole team. I think Justin's been really poor recently. Centre backs, about phase to make his Leicester debut. Fingers crossed. I think he should just start. We need someone in there who's going to go up against lots of Richarlison's going to bully us. He's going to bully the hell out of our weak ass defence. Kane's going to bully them. Son's going to run at them. And right now, our defence just looks so open, and like anyone can run through them. So I think, without phase in there, who, likes a challenge, likes 50-50, that's what we need. So without phase alongside Evans. Left back, I've gone with Luke Thomas. I do have a slight agenda against James Justin. I'll be honest. Midfielder-wise, now, it's quite controversial here. So I'm going to go with Diddy Holding as always. I'm going to play Samara again, because I just think he's been one of our better players so far this year. Alongside Tim, I'm going to be going with Dennis Pratt. Now, obviously, it could be Dewsbury, it could be Tillemans, but I really think Dennis Pratt needs to be involved. I just don't think how he's going to get involved. That's the thing. We've got Tillemans, Dewsbury, Dennis Pratt. Which one starts? I think Dennis Pratt offers quite a lot. Dewsbury obviously is crucial for us in there. Tillemans is Tillemans, so it's difficult. But I just think Dennis Pratt should just get a chance, to be fair, because I think he's a good player. Obviously, you've got Maddison in there, and a 2 up top, Daka and Iheanacho. So it's difficult. To be fair, Vardy has gone through these patches since his prime. Yeah, I think, I don't think he's done yet. I think he'll still score about 10, 12 goals this year, something like that. But I don't think, obviously, like last year, he did quite well. Did he? Maybe-ish. Yeah. I mean, the season before, he scored loads, didn't he? So, yeah, we need 2 up, Daka and Iheanacho. 100% agree. Our most underrated player, definitely Castagna, Barnes, or Iverson. Yeah, that's the thing. it's hard to predict the team because usually predicting the team unless they're playing well, it's kind of the same team week in week out, but nothing seems to be working. So you want to try and mix things up a bit. So it's difficult. I want to see Barnes play, but then on the other side of that, who's going to play on the right? Perez? I don't know. It's tough. Yeah, I saw Dak and Yacho versus Spurs. Whenever they play together, they score. That's right. I think we will score tomorrow. It may be like 5-1, but I think we will score. But yeah, I think our attack's still quite good. Exactly. Dennis Pratt can pick a pass, and he works quite hard. Obviously, Tillemans is a fantastic player, but I think Dennis Pratt offers a bit more with his work rate. He's a bit more gritty in there. And I think in this type of game, you kind of need that. I think Tillemans is more suited to a game at home when it's against like I don't know Bournemouth or someone who's going to sit back. I think in this type of game, you need someone who's got a bit more quick and handball, who can put a good challenge in. So that's my personal opinion. You probably know I am a big fan of Dennis Pratt, so I do hope he gets his chance. Yeah, once again, yeah, it's difficult though. If you look at Leicester's midfield area, it's strong, isn't it? You got Diddy in there, you got Samara, you got Dubravka, you got Tillemans, you got Pratt, and you got Maddison. It's hard to fit all of them into the team. So I think that's just the case of Brendan trying to figure it out. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow. But personally, I want to see Leicester go with a midfield four, which is quite wide. But you could potentially go with a back three and put a Marty in there potentially and try and match Tottenham, which could work. But you just got to try and have that cover to stop Sod, Richarlison, Kane, if Kulusevski's played, even you've got Sessegnon and Royale coming down the wings. And Tottenham have got a good defence, and throughout the whole team, it's solid. You've got Bentancur, you've got Højbjerg, who provide a good platform, especially Højbjerg, who I think is an excellent player, and I think he's going to be I think it's going to be tough for us to break through because he's always in there. He's a bit of a destroyer, isn't he? So the only player who would join us, God. Yeah, probably, mate. I think I probably Stack and Kells at front room volume. Yeah, you guys know it, mate. You guys know it. That's yeah, crazy, isn't it? We sold him for about I don't know how much it was, but it's about apparently 200 grand. We sold him for to Rangers, and a fantastic decision by Brendan Rodgers. But there we go. Aston Villa took the lead against Southampton, which is not good. Jacob Ramsey. That means we're going to be even further towards the bottom of the league, which is fantastic. It's not looking good, boys. It's not looking good. But yeah, obviously this game and then the international break. So I think this game's a write-off, really. I don't think anyone watching this right now thinks Leicester are going to win, but you never know. You never know. We could go down and smash him. It could happen. Probably won't, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's about it for team news. We'll move on to some tactics. We'll just talk some random stuff as well if you want. But yeah, team news wise, it's obviously interesting. I think we need to utilise these 5 subs. Tottenham, especially towards the last 20 minutes, are going to be a bit tired. Obviously, they played on Tuesday, I think it was, or Wednesday against Sporting Lisbon away, where they obviously it was 2-0, but both goals came in the last minute. So yeah, I think we should give Iverson. Mate, Iverson has to play. I'm sorry. I put it in full capital today. Iverson starts tomorrow, right? He has to play. There's no reason for Danny Ward to start. Imagine Danny Ward trying to stop Kane and Son Richarlison. It's going to be double figures. So I think Iverson does deserve a chance, but personally, I think Ward will be in goal. To be honest, the team I think Brendan will go with is probably this. Ward in goal, Justin at right back, Evans and Marty centre backs, probably Thomas at left back. He'll probably go with Samare in there, probably Dewsbury, Tillemans, Maddison, then maybe Vard. I think it will be Daka and Dean actually personally, but yeah. Sports, I think Vardy will score, but I just don't know what's happened to me. He doesn't look the same, maybe. Yeah, I think it's natural, but we need to remember that the guy's 34, 35, still playing in the top league in the world. So it's always going to be difficult for him. Obviously, this year we haven't been that great, so he hasn't got too much service. But I think it will come. I think he just needs a goal, and then hopefully he will be back, a penalty or something, just like that, just to get a goal. But even though he's not been as good this year, if you start Daki and Acho, bring Vardy off the bench, say if we're losing 1-0 or 2-1 or something when the game's still there, he still scares defenders. So I think it's a good option to have, especially if Tottenham are going to play this 3 at the back. I think two strikers up front could work quite nicely with a very advanced Cam and James Maddison. So I think that's the way to go because I think Emerson Royale and Sessegnon aren't the best defensively. They're good going forward, but I think they're quite shaky. So if Leicester can try and exploit that, I reckon we'll have a slight chance. But knowing Brendan will probably just sit back and try and counter attack or something. I don't know, but I think we need to try and just go at Tottenham, try and take the game to them because if we're sat back, it's never going to work in a million years. Leicester trying to soak up pressure, we'll just buckle every time. So there's no point trying to sit back. I think the best approach is to just try and go forward. To be honest, obviously not go mad and leave yourself crazy free at the back, but just try and bring the game to Tottenham and don't just sit in your own half the game and try and get some scraps. I think we need to take the game to them tomorrow. I mean, we're capable of doing so, but who knows? We're going to get. Could be falling by half time. The confidence, yeah, that's it. There's no confidence in this game at all. We just got battered, bullied, flipping embarrassed by Brighton 5-2 a few weeks ago. So it's just there's no chances that hoping. Yeah, same. I don't know. I think this could be his final game, especially if we get battered. But even if we flipping draw, just sack him. You can't get these fluky results. I heard that where after someone get him in the team, Chubby, I won't say the rest of it because the stream will get taken down. Play how Wolves, Wolves always seems to get a result, don't they? Every time. Every single time. Let's have a quick look at the Prem scores. It's still 1-0 in all the games to the home teams. But yeah, let's have a quick look at Tottenham's game so far this year. Now, I'm just going to quickly look at where I think they drew to West Ham, didn't they, away? So, so far this year, they've beaten Southampton 4-1. They have drew to Chelsea, obviously, in that game. Beat Wolves 1-0. Beat Forest 2-0. Drew to West Ham. Beat Fulham. Beat Marseille. And last one, lost to Sporting Lisbon. So, overall, they have had a good start to the season. But I think, obviously, the Chelsea game, I think they got very lucky. And apart from that, they haven't really played too many big sides. So, I think it's going to be a test, but we can't take anything away from Tottenham. I think it's going to be a difficult game. Conte's team plays pretty good football, but I think the pressure's on Conte now to bounce back. So it's going to be interesting. If Tottenham are still 0-0, 60 minutes, pressure might start to get to them. You might have a chance, We might have a chance. We won't. We might. I'm clutching at straws here, boys. We'll concede definitely. Like, if we keep a clean sheet tomorrow, I'll start a chant when I next go live or something. So yeah, that is a plan. But yeah. I don't know what to expect of the game. I like I said, I'm more looking forward to just seeing the stadium. To be honest, obviously it's a great stadium, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. The away atmosphere is always good, so yeah, it'll be alright. It'll be good. Sorry if the stream's like cuts out a bit. I don't know why. It's been a bit dodgy. But yeah, wrapping things up. Then we'll go for another 10 or so minutes. Score predictions, boys. What are we saying in the chat? I'm not looking forward to reading these, but yeah. All right, Jake, AFCB, obviously Bournemouth fan. I don't think we want him out. We just want to see Daka, Ian actually being given a bit more of a chance because I think we have some qualities in the side going forward which could help us. Obviously, this year Vardy hasn't been as good, but Sportsa streamers fan is it? No. Cheers, bro. Much appreciated. It keeps lagging out on my end, but it's all right. It's all right. Good stuff. That phase looks sturdy. So hopefully he can make an impression. 100%. He needs to go Richarlison and push you in the back. Even if he gives a few fouls, but I don't mind because sometimes so it just fell off. But yeah, sometimes when Leicester go forward, we just let teams kind of come forward, and sometimes just bring them down. You know what I mean? Just bring them down and stop the counter attack. Professional foul. It's either yellow or probably a goal. So yeah, sometimes we need to do that in our game, and I think Leicester are a bit nice, to be honest. We need to be a bit more physical, just like when we won the league with Morgan and Hoof at the back. Take no prisoners. Get at them. That's what we need to do tomorrow, especially at Tottenham away. Is it all good? All right. Cheers, Gray. Tottenham 3, Leicester City 0. To be fair, I do think something along that. For me, I think it'll probably be about 3-1 to Tottenham. Just like I said, I think Leicester will score. Might score first and obviously flap it. But I reckon we can score tomorrow. I reckon we will. But it's just a case of how many Tottenham score. But yeah, I can see Kane probably scoring 2. They'll probably score from a corner. To actually, this year we haven't been as bad from corners, but I can see probably Romero scoring from a corner or someone like that, and I reckon probably Daka will score on the break or something along those lines. So yeah, half time in the other Premier League games tonight. I believe we can get something but 4-1 Spurs. Yeah, I agree. Soon shoot on about phasing to start with Evans if we're going to get something from the game. Back three, interesting. Fair enough. I think Sun Shu does deserve a shout. I think a back three / back five could potentially work. I think obviously the three centre back, just like you said. Wing backs, you got Castagna, maybe Thomas or Justin. So it could work. It matches up to Spurs, and maybe that's the best way to go about it. Try and win those duels. I think midfield is going to be key in the game. If you look at Tottenham's, you've got Bentancur, Højbjerg in there. So it's hopefully Samare, Pratt, Tillemans, James Maddison, whoever's in there can hopefully just run that midfield and try and take a bit more control. Because I think Spurs will be a bit, I don't know, you got two central midfielders at a pair, so I don't think that's enough. So it could be an area where Leicester can exploit. But obviously, if you look at Spurs' width, there's a lot in that. You've got some Richarlison coming out wide. They sometimes play slight. I think in the last game they played more in inverted cams, so a bit more narrow. So obviously that can help out the midfield area as well. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game. I think obviously Spurs going forward, we all know the threats they have. Obviously, Richarlison's a good player. You've got Son, who obviously has been quite quiet so far this year. There's always a threat. Kulusevski, if he starts, is obviously going to be a threat as well. You've got Harry Kane, of course. And I think defensively, they're strong. Obviously, Lloris and goal has been there for ages. You've got Romero, who I think is very good. Eric Dyer, Longley is very experienced as well. So overall, I think that team's strong. I think the only bad side is probably the Sessin Young and Emerson Rowe, the two wing backs. So that could be an area which Leicester do exploit, but realistically, it's just going to be tough because that attack's just too good. It's too good. Simple as that. So yeah, we'll see. Cags over at Marty 24/7. I agree. I think Sunchi deserves a chance, don't he? Nobody will score with spot mark really was. Come on, imagine 95th minute winner, Vardy wheels away. Sing a chant. Not tonight. Not tonight. Apologies, John. I can't tonight. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, tomorrow, watch the matchday vlog, and we'll see some chance then. Hopefully, we'll see. What are your thoughts on most maybe like 67% of Leicester fans at the minute want Vardy out? I don't know the wording of Vardy out, but I don't know. I think Vardy out. It's not like we want him to get this. I don't know. I don't think it's out. I just think give someone else another chance. But yeah, I understand what your comment, but I just think it was always going to come. I think every single one of us watching this right now expected Vardy to fall off eventually, and I think that's just happened. So it's always going to happen. So I don't see. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Ranieri in, imagine. Whoa, he came from Italy to manage the city. There you go, Joe. Hot, 25% of a cheeky chant. Love it. Samari passing is on the road so far. He's good, man. Especially against Todd. If you look at Højbjerg, who's he's very physical. Samari can go in there and try and match him. Obviously, Samari, I think sometimes needs to speed his game up slightly, but I think overall, I think he'll do a solid job. So hopefully, Buba can get another chance tomorrow. I think last few games have probably been one of our better players. So hopefully, more of the same, and the rest of the team can step up a bit more. So there we go. Vardy's good game. Yeah, 100%. I just think we just mix it around it slightly. Obviously, starting 1 week, resting the next, trying to get Daki, show up more involved. I think at times I don't think changing it's that good though, because I think sometimes you just want a stable side and everyone keeps playing. I think that's when Leicester play best if the same team kind of plays each week. If you look at the 2019-20 year, we literally played the same team every single game. Schmeichel, Ricardo, Evans, Sung-Chu, Chilwell, and D, Tillemans, Maddison, Barnes, Vardy, Paris. You see what I mean? So, yeah. We passion with the boys, the city. I turned 15 today and I celebrated by selling my performance shirt. Good lad. Happy birthday, mate. Hope you have a fantastic day and hopefully it does not get ruined tomorrow, which hard to say, but I think it will get ruined tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, won't we? So Yeah, it's exactly that. Exactly that. Ranieri. Ooh, what a chant that was. Bring him back. Bring him back. No worries, mate. Happy birthday to you boys if it's your birthday coming up or whatever. So, yeah, on this channel, we love that. We love that. Yeah, boys. I'm going to wrap this up in about 2 or 3 minutes. I think we've covered most things. Obviously, no one's really too optimistic for this game, so still a bit flat. But maybe on Sunday when I do a stream, the Fox is 30. Maybe we could be a bit more of have a celebration, have a party. So we'll see. Yeah, can't see it happening though. Really cannot see it happening. But yeah, I think tomorrow obviously it's interesting. So what was it? Match day 7. 1 point. It's not looking good, bro. But yeah, maybe we can go and get something tomorrow. But yeah, lots of content on the way. Obviously, I haven't loaded for a while because of obviously the lack of games. Some more news though coming in. The expansion for Leicester Stadium has been approved by the council, which I don't really understand why we want a stadium expansion where we're currently sat bottom of the Premier League. But fair enough, we'll have a 40,000 stadium in the Championship. Big up, yeah. Stadium expansion has been approved. So I imagine work will start on that maybe in the summer or something like that. Obviously, it is on the West End, I do believe, taking it up to 40,000. So that is some positive news. Injury news: Dennis Pratt's back in contention. Ricardo is the only doubt, or he's not doubt. Obviously, he's going to be out for ages. For Spurs, everyone is fit apart from Lucas Moura. So yeah, pretty much both sides are full strength apart from Ricardo and Lucas Moura, respectively. So that is the main news for the game. And apart from that, I think I've pretty much covered everything. Press conference wasn't really much said. Obviously, there was a press conference before the Villa game as well. So, yeah, we'll wrap this up in about a minute, boys. Corny Foxes, there we go. Great. Vardy is very bounced back. Yeah, exactly. I won't call him crap. I just think Vardy's right. Then I go and say the word. Classed up as always by me. But yeah, there we go, boys and girls. I'm going to wrap this up here. A big thanks to you boys for coming in the stream. As always, it's massively appreciated. If you haven't enjoyed it, just for your head off, as I always say, drop a like on the stream. If you want to see Iverson start tomorrow. If any of you guys are going to the game, if you do see me, feel free to come over. We can have a quick chat before the game if you are there. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Early start for me tomorrow, I guess. It's not really early, actually. But yeah, train down to London and then London to White Hart Lane station. So it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. But yeah, that is all tonight. Go and watch the second halves of the Premier League games. Hopefully, Villa don't win. Hopefully, Forest don't win, as we'll be quite far adrift with 1 point. So fingers crossed we can maybe get a result tomorrow. But yeah, who knows? I don't think we're going to expect anything. But yeah, just coming in, boys, as always, like I always say. And yeah, I've been Sportsa, and I see you boys very soon in my next video. Matchday vlog will be out tomorrow, probably about 11 o'clock or something. So make sure to tune in for that. And yeah, see you later. Drop a like, and hopefully Iverson starts tomorrow in it. So for the boys.